to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Baltimore Ravens. And he opts to not bring this one in. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gabriel Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Henry again on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down carry for Henry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll roll him out right. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. First down, a run with Cohen. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Watch the pass. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On the give, this is Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Lutz with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
These two after one. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jamar Chase. His 4th touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on 1st down. Minor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
keep playing, man.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They lose 2 on that. 3rd and long coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Lance now on 1st down. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Lutz good on the extra. This one tied at 14 now. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Gabriel Davis. as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance.
That is caught by Anderson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So we have reached half. Well, I don't even hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Lance looking to throw it. He's got Anderson on the slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They run it again with Kamara.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Back to throw here. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
Thinking that might be a better way to go?
Kicker, yeah. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. It's our time. It's our time. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On play action, Lance. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. All day, every day, any day. Check 3.
First down. Complete. Too tough to hold on to that.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On second down, here's Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Drill green. Hey, watch that.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
64 yards on the ground for him so far. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. To Sean Wharton. Gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. On second down, Kamara. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Show it up. Show it up. Slam. 36. Slam. Slam.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they got the slim deficit to... go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit, but boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call,
they'll try and start this drive in the air, throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. 7 yards the pick up there. 2nd down and 3. from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you say third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that's, CD, an important.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Alvin Kamara
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
From the 29, Lance. They'll roll him out right.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment that they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus.